Tim Sykes here in Norway. Let me show you this little tiny home in the trees that we've got here. It's pretty crazy. The view is amazing. And I just want you thinking different. I want you seeing what's possible. I think that, I'm very fortunate to be able to come to places like this, like travel all over the world and experience it in person. But, I know many people can't travel. You don't necessarily have the freedom. You work at a job that you hate with a boss that you hate. You have debts. You don't have savings. I get it. If I can teach you little tricks of the trade. I gave a great interview last night to this reporter. I missed a good trade on RNAZ, but I gave a great interview. It was like an hour-long plus talk with this reporter. And I was just like, let me just teach you, from 20 years of experience. I don't need to be perfect. I can make mistakes, but I'm trying to speed up your learning curve. Because again, I always think about the beginning of my trading career. And, it's funny with the reporter, because she's actually a really cool reporter. She's interviewed like 6 or 7 of my top students now. She really, likes that we talk about everything in our strategy. But she said, you differ from your students because all the students made nothing, lost money, were frustrated in the beginning. I got started right place, right time, 98, 99, but I still had a lot of losses. I didn't know the rules that I teach you. You can always do better, whether you start in a slow period, whether you start in a fast period. It's little tricks of the trade. So you look at places like this, I'm not just admiring the view. Quinn actually slept here last night. I slept in a hotel nearby. Quinn, say hi. How was it?
Hello.
How was it sleeping?
It was nice.
Was it?
I felt some shaking or some swaying in the trees.
Dude, this thing shakes. It's not for me. Like, Quinn was just walking up the walkway, and I was like, yo, earthquake! And it's just, that's what tree houses do. So tree houses aren't for everybody. Trading penny stocks aren't for everybody. What you have to learn is that there's so much opportunity out there, and there's so many different ways of living. This is what I've learned. In trading wise, you need to figure out your own strengths and weaknesses. I know I'm all over the place in this video. Welcome to my life. I found that I'm really good at meticulously planned sniper trades. Holding overnight, buying Friday afternoon, selling Monday morning. The only reason why I hold 2+ days is because the stock market is closed over the weekend. I realize my impatience is a problem. My impatience can also be an advantage because I can take a lot of quick trades that big accounts and patient people don't take. I love dip buying morning panics. I'll post 2 links underneath this video. One will be, how to buy on a Friday and sell on Monday, my weekend strategy, which has worked for me, for 20+ years. I explained to the reporter last night, it was my first $100,000 day as a college freshman. Actually, 3rd link will be my best-selling book in American Hedge Fund. Chapter 6 is where I made $100,000 in one day, changed my whole perspective on money. And I sold too soon. The next day would have been $200,000. But when you're a college freshman, like virgin, get 3 fake IDs taken away from me because I'm so thin, like making $100,000 in a day, I'm going to take it. Even though I didn't time it perfectly, it's okay. You need to think about all different strategies. Friday to Monday works for me. Click the link below. It's a free presentation you can learn. Dip buying morning panics. Really 30, 40, 50% drops. Quick 10, 20, 30% bounces. Click below. It's a free blog post showing like dozens of examples. I've been doing these strategies for years. But I also recognize that I have problems like holding on to anything. I actually have one long-term investment. I have 2 long-term investments, 1 hedge fund, 1 stock. The hedge fund I can't take out of. Moaz Kassam, great job. He's been banking for me for Anson funds. I now have several $1 million with him. My long-term investment, I don't even want to say publicly because people are going to be like, oh, this is Tim's like long-term pick. I don't want you following any picks or any alerts. Just know that I have 1 long-term investment. I was down a lot on it. But I was like, no, long-term. Now I'm up a little bit, and I'm tempted to take profits. I was telling this to Quinn, and I was like, I'm up like a normal person's annual salary now. I don't even know the username and password to the website. It's in one of my accounts. I can't even log in if I wanted to. I would have to physically call them up. So I put this barrier in place so that I am not tempted to sell because I want to try to ride it. I believe like I'm up an annual person salary, but I think that I can be up more in the coming years if I have the patience to hold. Knowing that I don't have the patience, knowing that I would gladly take an annual person salary, I have to put in measures to protect myself. I know it's stupid, right? Like I've been trading 20 plus years. I don't have like the discipline. Correct. I told the reporter too, I'm like the alcoholic bartender. I have to realize that I have a problem. I have an addiction. Even though I'm like giving drinks to people. Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly and trade responsibly. Recognize your strengths, recognize your weaknesses. How do you figure this out? You're probably just beginning. You don't know your strengths and weaknesses in trading or investing. Data, experience. This is why I say learn everything. Try different strategies. Mark Crook, one of my students, is over 4 million. He trades options. He uses my strategies and my patterns on options. $4 million plus. I don't trade options. Jack Kellogg likes to swing trade stocks for days, weeks, sometimes even months. Uses my patterns, uses my lessons, takes big positions, over $12 million in profits. Tim Grittani is actually trying algorithmic trading, which hasn't really worked that well, but he's tinkering. Maybe in the future he figures it out. Kyle Williams loves like short selling specifically for a few days or a few weeks. Tim Lento shorts and holds stocks for weeks or months. These are all different millionaire students of mine, but they've taken what I teach and they're like, okay, here's a pattern that I feel comfortable with. Tim Lento, I invited him out to Italy last summer when he crossed $1 million. He was shorting the stock. He was up, I think he was up like $200,000 or $300,000. He wasn't even taking it. He's like, nope, I think this company is going down more. He shorts a lot of like Chinese pumps. And I think he was right. I think he made like $400,000 or $500,000 on that one. But he also loses big sometimes too when there's a short squeeze. And I have made millions shorting. I've made millions going long. I don't think shorting is good for newbies or small accounts. So some short sellers say, Tim, you're such a hypocrite. You used to short sell, now you say don't. Correct, I adapt. Also, recognize who you are. Are you a newbie with very little or no experience or a very small or little account? Shorting is too risky for you. Is that to say that all shorting is wrong? Is that to say that shorting isn't profitable? No, shorting can be good. A lot of these pumps still crash, but the squeezes are bigger than in the past, and you have to be very careful. Is that a wasp? I hear some buzzing. It's a bee or a wasp. Oh my God. I never would have stayed here last night. Quinn likes this. This is like, it reminds him of his van. He likes van lifestyle. There's not even a bathroom. There's like a separate bathroom. There's no sink. Show the sink, which is like just like a water, like water bottle. That's the sink. Look at this. This is the sink. Because there's no faucet here. It's this. Right?
Yeah.
You love this stuff. I was happy to stay in the hotel last night. I was very happy. I had a nice hot shower. There's not even a shower here. You tell me, not based on trading or investing because you don't necessarily know yourself yet. Or maybe you do. I'll give you 2 questions. Number 1, would you stay in a treehouse like this or do you like a nice, like safe hotel with air conditioning, with showers, with faucets? There's no electricity. Quinn had to like charge the stuff with like a USB. Is all your stuff dead now?
My phone's good.
Your phone's okay, but the rest of his stuff doesn't like. It's whatever you like. Are you a treetop person with freaking bees flying around and you love it because it's like save the bees? Oh, he stung me. Oh, okay, I helped save the bees. Actually, I think if they sting you, they die, don't they?
I've heard that.
They have 1 sting. I don't know. I don't like bees. I don't like this. I do like photo shoots here. I do videos. I came here to do a video to show you the view. But for me, I know I like hotels. Doesn't make me a bad person. Doesn't make Quinn a bad person that he likes treetops and vans and, dirtbag lifestyle. It's whatever you like in life. And you can try different stuff and you learn what you like. Quinn guiltily likes some of the hotels that we stay at. He's like, oh, I like this treetop dirtbag lifestyle. But then there's like a luxury hotel and he's like, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know if I feel guilty about it, but
it's different for you.
every once in a while.
It's different for you. Some of the buffets at these hotels are amazing. For me, the hotel that I stayed at, I can't even pronounce it, nearby, they had a huge buffet of like different like smoked fish. Quinn doesn't even like smoked fish. This is what you have to understand, okay? It's okay to be different. It's okay to think different. You have to figure out what works best for you. And I'm just saying like what I'm thinking about, because this reporter was like, how do you teach all these different... You see this? Can you see it on camera? I normally wouldn't sit next to the bee, but I'm trying to make a point here. So if I have to get stung by a bee to make the point, I'll do it. I'll sacrifice. What are your priorities in life? My priority is creating more millionaires. Where'd he go? The door is open, buddy. Go! Maybe he wants to learn. Are you Tim Sykes? I want to be a trader. Oh, he's right behind me. You have to figure out your priorities in life. Do you want to trade aggressively? Do you want to trade conservatively? Do you want to hold for a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year? Trading is all about flexibility and adapting to changing markets. I don't feel bad that I don't short sell anymore. I feel much less stressed. Shorting is profitable, but it's very stressful, especially with these squeezes. Why are you laughing? Is it like on my head?
It's scrolling up the corner.
Oh my God, I thought those birds were in here. I was like, we got the whole freaking thing. Quinn loves this. He's out in the nature, right? Did you use a little outhouse? It's not even like a normal toilet. It's like called a Cinderella.
I just beat off the bridge.
Did you see the Cinderella? It's got like, you have to like put water in it. Like it's like a manual, like.
That's what it's called?
It's called Cinderella. I literally have a video with this. I can't even make this up. So I like this view. I like, showing this stuff to you. But personally, for me, I'm spoiled. And I recognize that. I like hot showers. I like, nice buffets. What do you like? Leave a comment below. What do you like in life? What are you trading for? What's your kind of trading style? And it's okay if you don't know the answers. I just want you starting to think about this. And talk about it publicly. Like, don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Like, we have this cancel culture where it's like, you shouldn't think this. You shouldn't think this. Think whatever you want, okay? Don't worry about what other people say is right. As we're filming this, it's interesting that the PGA Tour and the LIV Tour, if you're into golf, they just merged. They just announced a merger. And these are two bitter rivals. The PGA Tour is like, finding players for taking the LIV Golf's money. The LIV Golf is backed by the Saudis, so they have endless oil money. And everybody in the PGA Tour took the moral high ground. We will not take the Saudis' money. They're involved in 9/11. This is a terrible thing. You're evil. And now they're merging like a year later. And it's like, wait, what? All your talk was BS. You took the money. And the players, it's interesting because some of the players got big bonuses, like 10, 20, 50, 100 million for joining LIV. And then some PGA Tour people are like, I'm better than that. I don't need money. And so I'm thinking like the people who didn't take, the players who didn't take the LIV Golf money bonuses, now it's going to be on the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour and it's merging. So they just, for their moral high ground, they didn't get the giant bonuses. And people like Phil Mickelson who took the money, like he turned out to be right. Like he got, I think $200 million or something. And no consequences because now the tours are all merging. So recognize that a lot of people are full of talk and cancel culture is real. But when it all comes down to it, you got to do what's right for you. By all means, have morals. I'm not saying like just choose money over morals, but recognize that money talks in this world. And in order for you to be happy, in order for you to fulfill your dreams, where you actually get the choice of a treetop hotel like this with a view, or a 5-star hotel, or, paying for your family. Like I'm very proud to, retire my parents and basically pay for their whole lifestyle. You need money. And in order to get money, you need to find a strategy that works for you. So I don't judge anybody for choosing different strategies, but I will warn newbies because a lot of these short sellers show like, where is it? The door is over there, buddy. This is not. See, the bee is confused. The bee thinks that the bee is right now doesn't understand why it can't go out. It flies around all day and everything's like, wait a minute, it's fine. It doesn't realize that this is glass. The bee is not choosing wisely what's best for him. The door is open. Show them the door. The bee can leave at any time, but right now the bee is trying to do this. And this is a good analogy. What if you're like that bee and like there's a door right over there, but you're trying to go this way? This is what a lot of people do in life because they're trying to like please their parents. They're trying to please their significant other. They're trying to do what they think is right. Like, oh God, no, I could never trade penny stocks. Let me invest in, the S&P 500, which goes up a lousy 8 to 10% per year. So you want to be wealthy, you want to succeed, but you're listening to like the mainstream press. It's literally like banging your head into a glass wall. It's sad. You don't have to do that. There's an open door right there. There's an open door for you. Whatever strategy works. And understand, not all strategies work in all years. Just because you might not do well short selling one year doesn't mean that you can't do well short selling the next year, or dip buying or buying earnings winners. Everything is always changing. And I say this in my challenge webinars. You have two moving targets: what works best for you and what works best in any market. And it's always changing. You might be like, yo, Tim, I love morning panic dip buys. And then there's no good morning panic dip buys in the market and you're confused. You might be like, I love shorting first red days. And then you have giant squeezes that like wipe out your whole, you feel like you know nothing, and it wipes out like all your gains. You must adapt. This is the trader lifestyle. This is the trader mentality. Whether you're a golfer and you want to, play on the Live Tour or the PGA Tour, which is now the same thing. Whether you're a short seller, whether you're a long, whether you're a day trader, whether you're a swing trader, whether you like treetops, whether you like hotels, you really have to be flexible. And we've been going around Norway. I've been filming videos just talking about, different topics. But I see this is such a huge problem because people want exact formulas. Like, what's one strategy I should do always? Well, in different markets, there's different strategies at different times in your career. Again, if you are a newbie, if you don't have that much knowledge, if you have a small account, you don't have that much experience, do not short sell aggressively. I wouldn't even short sell at all, because some people say, oh, Tim, you can still short sell and still just cut losses quickly. Some of these squeezes rip your face off so quickly, they happen after hours, you can't react. So if you're ever short a stock, you might be in front of your computer for days, if not weeks, waiting for the stock to crash. But at any moment, let's say you go to the bathroom, a squeeze can destroy you. Like, for me, that's not worth the risk reward. Experienced short sellers, fantastic. Many of my top students are pure short sellers. That works for them because they've been in the game 5, 6, 7 years. I had a guy block me the other day because he's like, you rip on short sellers and you used to be one of us. Now you're a hypocrite. I'm just a teacher and I'm adapting based on what I see working or not working for my students. Understand, I don't even trade for myself anymore. I trade for charity, okay? This is the thing. Like, I can be unbiased. I'm not saying this to enrich myself in any way with the trades. People think like, oh, of course you're saying that because this is how you make your money from trading. I make zero from trading these days because I donate all of my trading profits to charity. And I don't say that to virtue signal. I'm not PGA Tour, Live Golf. I say that to help you understand that it does not matter to me personally whether I make money or not from trading. Obviously, I want to donate more to charity. I want to show good trades. But by being able to trade for charity, I can say whatever I want and I can be blunt and I can be a better teacher for you. It's so empowering for me to be able to be blunt with you because I want more millionaire students. I know that you can do it. I just need to the bee is back. If your brain is like a forest and there's all these trees and vines and I have to get through all the noise and I have to get to your brain to really stimulate it, to want to learn, to want to be flexible, to realize that anybody can trade. You can trade full-time, part-time. You can take a month off. You can take a year off. This is the beauty of trading. It's not a normal 9-to-5 job. It's the opposite. It can be a 9-to-5 job if you want. I know some traders where they love waking up early. Trading keeps them focused. They train like an Olympic athlete. They don't drink. Whatever suits you, okay? I do just have to teach you the ins and the outs. How long is this, Quinn?
19.
All right, we have to get going. I'm sorry. I set a 20-minute limit. I'm like, yo, we got to get on the road. We got a big drive. We're going to see more of Norway. Let's actually go on camera. Come on. Do you have all your stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Well, look at this. Show them the other place. This is the treetop thing. This is the bathroom. Let's show them the bathroom real quick, just so they can understand. And they can see the farm animals. Oh, we got hikers, backpackers playing with the farm animals. Check this out. This is the bathroom with a view. Show them the Cinderella. Show the instructions on the side of the wall. It's hilarious. There's like pictures. Look at this. You have to like add your own water and stuff. This is not for me. I don't like this at all. But I understand, like, if you're on a freaking farm in Norway, like, this is what you got to do. They don't have plumbing here. We got a solar charge controller. I like that. You know, there's like solar stuff. This should only be used for urinating. No paper. No, here's the sink too. Look at this sink. It's just a bottle of water. Anyways, this is today's lesson. Take a look around. Show them the view one last time. The world is beautiful when you have financial freedom. Leave a comment below. Let me know who you are. What's this girl doing? What is going on here? I literally have no idea. Anyways, the world is fascinating, but it's also confusing. Choose what works best for you. Cheers.